It's a cruel, cruel summer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dating Diaries with Raquel and Brittany.
Heck yeah, how's everyone doing today?
Sorry, my cowbell.
Oh, Brittany wanted to ring her bell.
Always. I ring other bells too.
Mm-hmm.
And
Brittany.
still in the studio, we still have Mr. T.
Woo, woo. Oh yeah, Mr. T.
Mr. T.
And we got Dre coming back. He was very brave to decide to just still hang out here. Thank you for that. We appreciate that.
Mr. Dre
Drake in the house.
came back for the knockout.
The punch, yeah.
The punch.
All I gotta say is that when I was talking to the girls a little earlier, I felt like this.
Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Get it.
It was very sad. It was a very sad moment.
He's in
my
love
life.
right now.
That's how I feel every time I have sex with a man. Oh,
Whoa!
That's good.
That's because you haven't found the right man.
No, I think it's
I
because
haven't found a man. Like that's.
Dre fires back.
Taking it down.
Maybe I just don't like men.
Someone's battleship got sank.
Sank my battleship.
So anybody, today, we're going to go ahead and do some conclusion of this stuff. And we're going to go ahead and get into this. So we're going to conclude the Hop Hoppy Summer, but we're going to go into something different now. We're going to actually jump into a couple of different things. I think it's going to be a little bit controversial and maybe not so popular with the ladies tonight. So get ready. Get ready. All right, shots fired. Shots fired. So do you guys feel that there's an inequality between men and women when they go dating? Is there certain expectations that you think men want from a woman and women want from a man that are just very unequal and very just off the wall? I want to start with you, Brittany.
Because you don't look confused right now.
Okay.
Say it again.
Say that question again. Simplify it.
You said it too many. Yeah, too many words. Just.
Okay, so do you guys feel that when you're in a relationship, if one is, let's say one makes more money or one is more popular or one has something more, does that become an issue?
Yes.
Interesting.
Income becomes an issue when the man makes less.
Really?
Yes, it does.
How so?
Why?
Oh, damn. I guess.
Okay, hold on. Let's get ready. Let's go, girls.
Wow.
Let's go.
Well, okay. How do I say this? Okay, I'm just going to say it. Because society has said and has ingrained in women that men are supposed to be the providers financially.
So wait a minute. Are we in a
because
relationship
what?
or are we just dating?
Dating too, because think about it. If the man can't afford to take you out to dinner and they're telling you let's split the bill, you're gonna be pissed. You're gonna be pissed because why? Because that's the expectation. The expectation is that you guys cover that bill.
Wow.
The first time or all the time?
Right. Good
All
question.
the time.
So hold
Every
on.
time.
So watch this. So let me
Every
let me
single
ask a
time.
question, piggybacking off of that statement. What if the girl invited the guy? Is the guy supposed to pay for that?
Well, I'm going to just say the women never invite the guy because then you're stuck with that bill, so don't do it.
But there has been times when women do ask guys.
Those women are just way too modern. Like, they need to stop that.
All I got to say is, from the great philosopher Jamie Foxx, gold digging girls.
Okay. Okay. So,
She brings the money
no.
when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifler.
Jamie Foxx.
I'm just saying, he's a great philosopher.
Here.
He's a great philosopher.
That's the other guy. Who's the guy with the glasses?
Ray Charles?
He sounded like Ray Charles.
Oh, damn. So, what were we saying, Brittany?
Okay. This is what I hate about guys. Is that you
Please.
you guys, every time a woman wants a guy, and we're not saying rich, we're just saying, you should be making more money than I should be making. That's it. I mean, I don't even make a lot, so it's not even like a high standard. You got this. So what I'm saying is because a woman wants a man that is doing better than them, all of a sudden, financially, I mean, the woman's a gold digger. But
No,
yet,
no.
that's what you guys just said.
Well, no, we
No.
sing the song.
That's
but
not what- yeah,
not what we
that's
said
not what
at
I'm
all.
saying.
Okay, you didn't say, you implied it when you sang that song.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
Well, that is fair.
And that doesn't make someone a gold digger. It just means that I'm not gonna go below my standard. If I work so hard to make an income and the income is whatever it is, why shouldn't I expect the men to make more?
You know, men don't care about how much women make, right?
No, but women do. We're not talking about what the men. Women care about how much the men make.
I don't
But would
believe
you?
so. I don't believe at all.
I haven't shown my pay stub.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to show my face.
You don't have to show your pay stub because the way you behave shows where you're at.
But hold on. But
I
what,
thought it was the shoes you wear.
No.
Ooh, yeah.
The way
Wouldn't
women know based on how you speak, how you move, and how you behave.
I'm sorry.
So wait a minute. Does this bring us back to the dance floor?
Yeah.
Because you left him.
She
on the
knew
dance floor.
he couldn't afford the drinks, so she's like, "Let me get out of here."
No, not really. So, okay, I partially agree with Ms. Bree here. I think that
Are you
I
being
don't-
political?
political.
Yeah, you're just playing both sides of the fence.
No,
She
because
doesn't agree with me. She never has.
I think. Can I please
Yes.
say what I feel? So I think that a man should be making at least what I'm making or more. If he's making a little bit less than me, then I just feel that they might, I don't know, maybe see it as a competition or later on depend on me to pay for everything,
Who you guys
or
been dating?
or they
No
or they
one.
feel bad because we're making more than them.
All right. I don't think money plays into this. I
It
just
doesn't.
I don't see it.
I agree.
So
with
what
you.
does play then?
The fact that I get it where you want the men to pay for the dinner or whatever. This is how I see it. I feel like if the man does ask you on a date, then yes, he needs to pay. But the thing is, when a girl that you guys don't probably see, you women don't see, that there are women who do ask men, but expect the men. I feel like whoever asks who out or has an idea to go out, that person should pay. But the topic that now we're on is about you guys don't want to date a man who makes less than you.
No.
So
But at that point though, you don't want a man to make less than you, then it does kind of sound like you want a man that has a lot of money,
No.
and that's what it sounds like.
So I don't know if I agree with that statement, right? But I do want to, because then the idea of the money bothers me because I'm not going to tell anybody what I make. Like
I agree.
when I first
How
started
much do
dating,
you make?
right? But I have gone on dates where the girl's like, listen, credit score, debt
Oh,
ratio,
hell no.
like, listen, hey. So it was the first time for me,
Credit
right?
score.
Oh yeah, the whole thing. Throw it
What
out
the
there.
hell?
And then she goes, I just want to know that we're equally yoked, and then we can go to the next level, right? And I was like, all right, no, I don't think that that's also a requirement or that should be expectation. The expectation though is like for me, a gentleman's gonna offer to pay, right?
Right.
He's gonna offer to pay. That doesn't mean that he ends up paying the full thing, right? I went on a date, and I mean, when the bill came, the girl took money out of her wallet. She had cash ready, and I remember thinking, wow, that's kind of a first. This person is gonna participate in this bill, and that's fine. I didn't take the money, right? I might say to somebody, if you want to leave a tip, right? But it's been interesting dating, but I guarantee you, well, for me, it's not about what the girl, who's making money or who's making more money.
But here's the thing.
Yes.
Women and men have different expectations when
Right.
it comes to. So yeah, your guys thing
Okay,
is not money. I'm assuming is
So
looks. Usually
well-
it's beauty
okay, so
for you guys. We could date an ugly looking dude
Why would you?
because looks are not the big deal for guys. That doesn't establish you. What establishes you is where are you in society? What is your reputation? How do you, like, are you a man of your word?
Yeah.
And like, can I trust you?
But
all those things
getting
matter.
to that whole part doesn't start with money because
But it does, because money,
No, because-
money says a lot of things. If you cannot save and you cannot provide and you don't have what you need, like a house, because you need to have money to be able to purchase a home, a car, and it's not just having a car note. It's like fully paid. Boom. House. Yeah, you have a mortgage, but your interest rate is like knowing how to move your money and knowing how to have it and be able to say, look, retirement's going to look great for us.
But
Right.
why would money have to be involved in the first place?
Well,
Because
I mean, it seems like it's pretty early in the process, right?
No, well,
Because to piggyback, not to piggyback, but
maybe dating not so much, but to
Right.
make someone a long-term person, you need to look at that because
Well, yeah.
that's going to tell you if you're going to have to be struggling with your man financially.
Well, here's the thing. I experienced what Dre experienced. I experienced this a long time ago. I met a girl and we went on, we first hung out. We didn't even like go on a date yet. We just met up and see the vibes and stuff. The first words, minus the credit check part, but she asked me, "What do you make? How what's in your savings account? What's in your checking account? Like, can you afford me?" And in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, she must be an escort, or I don't know. Let's dig deeper into this. I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "I want a man to spoil me. Like, if I have bills to pay, I'm going to him. He's my ATM.
But
He's
what
my
is she
like."
making? Does
But
she
here's the
have a
thing.
job?
But here's the thing. At the time, I don't know if she does or not. But when we talked, she was living with her mom and dad,
You see?
and her parents were together. She was living with her parents, and she was going to school. And job wise, I didn't even come to that part because I said, you know what, this isn't for me. I already have a child that I take care of, and all this. My money goes to them and my bills. Yeah, I don't need a second child. Have a good life. Until this day, I haven't seen her. I've seen her show up on my social media and everything. It's like, yeah, I remember you. I'm good.
So, Brittany, just a quick question.
I don't have an answer. I'm just kidding.
So the entire idea that somebody has, the gentleman's going to make more money is important to you for the reason being that you want the gentleman to be able to afford to take you on a date and not stress about it or.
The idea is if they make
More than you.
more, and I'm telling you, it's not even that much.
I got you.
So it's not like I'm saying you have to make a lot, but
She's a oh, I can't say what she is. Okay, sorry.
But what I'm saying is this: is yes, in order for you to be making, it doesn't matter what you do, right? In order for you to make money more, whatever that amount is, you have to know how to move around, right? You need to know how to understand the system, how to work it, how to make it work for you, and how to
Sounds like you're talking more of like a financial therapist or a what is that?
financial advisor.
Advisor, yeah.
But don't you want to marry someone that knows how to work it?
Well, we're
Because
just dating.
dating turns into what? Because you could.
Sex.
Okay. Okay.
That's true.
Yes. Right. But
We're dating with purpose.
We are dating with the person.
But here's the thing: women, when they date and have sex, emotions get attached.
Right.
So, do you want to just go around and sleep around with any dude and then attach to someone just because, and they're
No.
not the greatest? No. You want to look and see: is this a guy I want to sleep with? Because if I sleep with him, I know there's going to be an attachment. And
So
is
you
it
want to
worth
make
it?
sure financially that this
Financially
might
is-
go in a good direction.
But I think there's when we talk about money, there is also it equals to more than just that. It equals that you have a really good sense,
But some
control,
of the biggest
logic.
jerks are the richest people in the world.
Yep,
Facts.
That's not true, guys.
that's true.
Okay,
It is.
I think it is.
It's 100% true.
Look, I don't make all the money in the world, but I'm financially responsible. I pay my mortgage. I make sure everything's taken care of. My electric bill is there. My family's taken care of, and I don't make a ton of money.
Okay, so then let's talk about what do you think it's a ton? Because a ton means it means different to everyone.
Well, it depends on where you are financially and what your bills are financially. So let me just explain. If let's say you make $50,000 a year, if your mortgage is only $1,800 and your car payment is $400 and you're paying car insurance, by the time you're done paying everything, you're left with maybe $200 or $300 in the bank account. Am I right?
Right.
Could be.
Okay.
Right.
But if you leave those $200 or $300 for a little while, that kind of builds up, and then maybe in a month or so you go, oh, I'm going to go out on a little trip or something, and you have the money. What's the difference if I make that $50,000 and I take care of
But what
everything
if
that I need to take care of?
50,000 is sufficient for me?
Huh?
Like you don't know what more than. So like you guys are putting a number in your head what more than means. But to me, more than could mean anything, right? I know
Okay.
my number.
What is your number?
I'm not gonna tell you. That's not your
250,000.
business.
250.
All I know that whatever I make, the number should be higher.
$1 million?
No.
What do you?
That's a lie. Like, come on.
So
over time.
would
I
it
mean-
then be fair then to say that if I take a girl out for a date, regardless how she feels, if I pay for her meal, she needs to go to bed with me?
I mean, if you're playing the game right, you might.
Well, no.
Well, that's true.
Right.
But there are some men out there who are not looking to sleep with the person. They want to take their time.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's okay. That's actually a really good thing.
But what if the woman doesn't like that, though? The fact of how much he makes or whatever. What if she doesn't like that or not interested in him?
Then she's gonna go.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, where are we going with this? It's just not gonna.
But
she's not gonna stick
but
around.
to go back to his point, to Big Dog's point, like the fact that not all men are just trying to,
Sleep with you?
yeah.
I mean.
So long term,
I'm
we're trying to
saying
sleep with you.
Long term, yes.
Long term.
I
But it takes a while to get there nowadays
Yes.
because of everything you said.
I don't know.
Feelings aside. Well, I mean, so I know that if I'm invited back to somebody's place within the first 2 dates, that's not going to be long term.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Please tell me more about that.
In my experience,
After
yeah.
the second date?
After a few dates.
Okay, so why is that though?
I don't know.
So is it because you are not interested or because they're not interested?
Well, no, they're going to move. Like, every time I've done that, they've moved fast.
What do you
and-
mean by fast?
Like, to sex, fast. Like
he
you
paid-
met out, you went to dinner, the
Yeah.
first date or whatever.
And then she invites you over to her
then
place.
So what
The
are
same night.
So what are your
No,
thoughts
not
on
the
that?
same night, the next time.
Or
but
yeah,
still.
yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that?
No,
Well, yeah, no.
Why not?
So
she's not in it for the long term. If she's inviting you to her place on the first or the second night, then that's not long term.
But what if she likes you so much and she's like, yeah, this
how,
Then
is it.
she-
how does she know that she likes
If she likes us, she would be patient with
and wait?
us.
Yeah.
So okay, I don't know. Okay, wait, hold on.
So here's
okay.
part of the problem, right? Because
I'm
this is
trying to make-
exactly.
Yes,
This is exactly.
yes.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh no! They did not just
This is
roll,
exactly-
punch, fist punch
Yes.
over here.
Yes.
So
Lord.
the whole idea of taking your time to get to know somebody should be more important nowadays because you can get online and like the website thing, right? People can post about you. So I think that if nobody is posting about you, which would be great, but you're just out there dating, and the person realizes, okay, we're in the dating world. That means I'm probably not just talking to you, right?
Right.
I'm talking to
it's
other
true.
people.
Yes.
But I'm not sleeping with any of you. For the reason being, once I start that road, who really wants to use condoms the whole damn time? Not most people, right? Once they get past
The
a certain
doctor's
part,
in the house.
once they get past a certain aspect of sex, yeah, I don't want a condom, right? So I can't sleep around with 30 different women
Very
without a
true.
condom. So it's easier just not.
I
to
mean, you
sleep with,
could, but you shouldn't.
you don't want to, right? So anyway, it's easier not to sleep with any of them
Okay.
and wait.
And wait.
But money has nothing to do with that. Zero.
So why do you guys want to wait?
I
Because
wanna wait.
we're interested. We want to build something.
And we
with that
want to
person.
know who we're building it with.
Exactly.
Because I can't say burned, but I've done this
Yeah.
this
No, it-
marriage thing 3 times. All right? Yeah.
So how long were you getting to know them and you didn't work out?
So first one I knew 2 years, and we started a family together. But as we were about to solidify our first child being born, whatever, she told me she was still in a relationship with someone else. Now, it was a relationship of convenience, but the reality was, after 2 years, don't you think you could have thrown a brother a bone? Like, let me know that.
That's true.
So that was one. All right.
What was the second one?
Yeah, 2 was a little bit different. Two was dated 2 years, and
So you did take your time to get to know them.
Dated 2 years. We had kids together. We had kids the same ages, but not ours. And I had moved her 3 times. This is the third move. I was like, damn, I keep moving this girl from place to place. Why don't you just move in? Why don't we just do this, right? But because we had kids, let's get married, right? Because we never stayed in the same houses with the kids, right? We believe like keep that separate. So, long story short, yeah, she was bisexual. That came out after the marriage, and that was not for me.
Okay.
So third,
there's a third. Okay.
there's a third, yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
Third, total like potential. I used to think that was great, right? Oh, potential. Yeah, no, that sucks.
Third time's the charm, right?
Yeah, third time's charm, all of it. I knew her less than 30 days and married her. Matter of fact, so eager.
She was
so,
good.
Well, no, that was part of it. I wasn't sleeping with her. So.
Oh no, she didn't. You didn't have to
No,
sleep. She got you in just by the way she carried
Long
herself.
story short, I decided. Yeah, I proposed to her, put a ring on her finger that same day, drove us to Vegas, and married her the same day.
Can she give us lessons?
Damn, she was good. Yeah.
Damn.
So,
Damn.
yes, no, and if she hears this, she'll be flipping out. But either way, because the story is not normal. But
Well, real quick, Dre, real quick. From the first two to your third one, the first two were 2 years, and then the third one was 30 days.
not even.
Well, let me ask you this. What was different from that last one from the first two that you waited?
So the
What was
third one-
What was special about
Yeah,
this one?
the third one, with my background, I felt like I had failed twice already. All right. So the third one had nothing but time. And so when you get to start spending we went on one date. It was actually not even a great date. I thought she was too quiet. She thought I talked too much. But I was like, you know what? We'll go on another date. But we'll go to the movies because then nobody has to talk, right?
Right.
All right, let's go to the movies. Worked out perfect, right?
Of course.
It was great. And then we just started to hang out. We had time. We both had time. So we're just spending all this time together. And then I was supposed to be going to California. And I remember saying to her, I got to go to California in a couple of days. She goes, no. You got to go to California tomorrow. I was like, what? It's already? Yeah, it's already that time. I was like, well, what are you doing? And she was like, I got nothing to do. Okay, let's go to California. So people I cared about in California met her and was like, oh, my God, she's great. And so it just kind of spun it. So literally.
Solidified everything.
Yeah. So, and we ended up close to 5 years, but there was a lot of mental issues in there. And you can't see those within the first, 3 years maybe.
Right.
Like,
3 years?
well,
Really?
I mean, seriously,
Within the
it was
first year,
2
you
years
see
that we didn't even know she had mental challenges. And then she was diagnosed with stuff. But that's a whole other discussion.
Right.
Wow.
Are you
Really
are
is.
you and that person still together?
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
Gotcha.
No.
So are you with someone right now?
Actually, I'm not. I'm
Ooh,
not. I
single.
was, but
You were.
well, the whole website thing kind of screwed a lot of stuff up. But in the same aspect, so there's a website out there. Are we dating the same man? I ended up on this website.
Mr. T,
right?
you know about this one.
But the good thing, the thing that's been funny, my daughter even went on there. But hang on. They're all like, these are all positive notes. These are all positive notes, right? And one girl was like, I just got to date you because I got to figure out why these people care about you so much. So yeah, whatever. No. I have problems, right? I'm a man. I have problems. It's just that simple.
Right.
I don't have the woman's guide to keep me from being, a certain kind of man. So I feel that the female brings a lot more to the table in all facts of the world, like Afghanistan, where I've spent time. I feel that the females in Afghanistan could change things if they want to. They don't want to, based on what I on the ground learned. All right, they don't want to. And we can talk about that offline.
Okay.
But here, the woman is the guide for the man, and you have a good woman, you're gonna have a good man.
That's true.
All right. It's not that the happy wife, happy life thing either. You both better be happy.
I agree.
right? Because if you're just making her happy, at one point you're going to roll over
Resentment,
and resent her.
yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So don't do that, right?
No.
The reason why I think right now I'm really key on dating as many females as possible and not having sex with, like, I'm an adult, right? If some woman just
You
says,
are. I'm saying.
if some woman's like, hey, let's do this, right? Condom, and yeah, we'll probably do it, right? But the reality is, I would rather not. I'd rather wait, until I feel something or I feel like I know enough. But I don't
That's
know,
fair.
that's me. But money, I don't think that plays.
Well, yeah, because money doesn't play an issue for men. It doesn't. For women, it does. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a different expectation.
But why?
Yeah, that's.
Why does it play? Because
Yeah.
you see the men as the provider.
But what if you have your own money? You don't need a man.
They still they have their money, but they still want the men to provide.
All right, this topic is getting really hot, people. So the time is running out.
Real quick
Yeah,
before we run
yes,
out of
sir.
time.
Yes, sir.
Ladies out there in Arizona or wherever you're at in the States or around the world, my man Dre is single. I think you guys should just write to us so we can reach out to him. This is a tall, I kid you not, this man is taller than me and he's a good guy. I can tell he has a great heart. Yes, he is single. Ladies, come to this channel and come talk to us.
There we go.
And we can set you up with this man.
Yeah.
Hey,
better make more money.
hey, women, some women, I'm gonna tell you something, some women like men with hair on their head, that's totally fine. But the bald game is in the play. This man is tall, bald, strong, and you know what?
Yup.
Ladies, he is a chocolate man.
Chocolate.
Straight from the land of Wakanda.
And ending this with that, we want to thank everybody out there listening to us still. We are going to conclude this in this next episode. We appreciate everything you guys do. And, subscribe, listen, reach out to us, whatever we need to do. Thank you, and have a good weekend.
Yeah.